Matt.
Is that Matthew? Shop Matthew?
Yeah.
Do you live locally, Matt?
Lancashire.
Whereabouts in Lancashire do you live?
Why?
What's your surname, Matthew?
Why? Oh, this is a bit bizarre, this.
Well, it's not bizarre, Matthew. I want to know why you're looking at police vehicles, to be honest. I'm
well,
not happy because there's this much interest in the vehicle.
It's just, I don't know, I've just explained what I'm doing.
Right, just stand still, because you're being very edgy and I don't know why.
You're making me edgy, there's 3 years here, because I've took a picture of the police van.
I've asked you your name, right?
You're also doing them, aren't you?
So tell me your name, please.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Why? Say?
Why are you still videoing?
Because I'm nervous.
You don't need to be nervous. At the end of the day, you've got interest in the police vehicles, so that must mean you're also interested in the police. So having
no, not at all.
Well,
it's just
looking at the vehicle. Well, that's all we're asking. You've done nothing wrong. There's nothing to be worried about, is there?
Instead of calmly assessing the situation, the officers jump straight into interrogation, asking the man's name and why he's filming. Soon after, they admit he hasn't broken any laws. Filming in public, even police vehicles, is completely legal. Yet they treat it as a threat and demand answers without reason. Their questioning doesn't protect justice. It's just an attempt to justify their reaction. Telling him you've done nothing wrong, while still pressuring him shows a disconnect. It's poor accountability and a failure to respect basic rights.
I've told you I'm just putting them on to upload to Flickr.
Because it's not just a picture from afar. You've spent specific time looking around the vehicle at the front and specifically in the cab of the vehicle, and that to me...
I've only got a few pictures, I'm just getting the right ones, I'm not...
Videos of the whole thing, I've been watching you, that's why I've come downstairs.
Yeah, it's just a video and there's YouTube as well.
But why?
Why not? There's no reason why not, is there?
Why specific interest in that vehicle?
It's not just that one, I just said I'm going to go and get the others, all the other marked vehicles and pictures and stuff.
Okay, but to us, do you see why that might be of a concern? That someone's taking note about vehicles and police transportation? I'll be honest with you, I'm concerned about your actions and your behaviour. Because you're very, like I say, you're very sort of defensive and very sort of...
I've got 3 police people stood here. 1, 2, 3. That's why I'm nervous.
Just chatting.
The officers claim that the auditor is too defensive doesn't make sense in context. He's surrounded by 3 uniformed officers questioning something completely legal. Anyone would feel pressure in that situation. Calling his calm response defensive is gaslighting. They create the tension, then blame him for reacting to it. Instead of staying neutral, they escalate and then use his response as an excuse. That's not just poor policing. It's manipulative and unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation.
Right, well... Yeah, that's what I say, just pictures for Flickr.
Right, so can you give the colleague your details then? So it protects you at the end of the day, doesn't it? Because if anything ever does come of it, or we've got any concerns, we can say...
Nothing's going to come of it, I'm not doing that, I'm just taking some
Right,
pictures.
but you also need to understand that people don't always tell the police the truth, yeah? Especially if they have something to hide or something they don't want to know about. So if that's not the case, then by all means help us to help you rectify that. Yeah, so you're saying you've done nothing wrong, and I'm not saying that you have, I'm just asking you the questions of what you're actually doing. If you've done nothing wrong and you've got nothing to hide, and there'll be no reason why you aren't happy to pass your details to my colleagues so we can make sure of who you are, yeah?
When the officer says, if you've got nothing to hide, you should share your details, he gets the law backwards. In the UK, people don't have to prove their innocence or give personal details unless there's reasonable suspicion. That statement isn't fair. It's a guilt trip disguised as logic. Refusing to give details isn't suspicious. It's a legal right. By framing it this way, the officer either doesn't understand the law or is choosing to ignore it.
That makes sense, doesn't it? That's a rational request. That's not about being scared of police or anything like that.
Yeah, but I know, but I just don't want my details putting in the system.
It's not about this is us making a note so we know who you are. We need to know who people are on a daily basis, don't we?
Yeah, but I don't want to be on the system though, as a...
You're not going to go...
Whatever.
It's just a person. You take details every single day of the week. That's our job.
Yeah, if they're like under suspicion of up to no good...
It's not about that. You need to understand that you're playing the game by asking these questions. Yeah? You're not really giving us an answer.
I have done. I'll give you an answer straight away.
Well, the details so we can verify it all. That's all we're asking.
I've told you what I'm doing though.
Right, but I'm not happy with what you're saying, Matthew.
Great.
I'll be honest.
So I have to give them the details then?
I'm asking you politely to give me colleague details.
The auditor calmly explained he was photographing a police van for his Flickr account, a legal, harmless hobby. But the officer brushed it off, saying she wasn't satisfied and pressed for his personal details. That's not how the law works. Police authority comes from legal standards, not personal feelings. Her discomfort doesn't create suspicion. What's worrying is how quickly her dissatisfaction became an ID demand. That's not law enforcement. It's ego enforcement, where pride outweighs principle. And that kind of policing must be challenged.
Right, I tell you what, we'll search you under Section 43.
Section 43, the most
Counter-terrorism Act.
the most abused section there is. You do know that's an unlawful. I'm not going anywhere. You do know that's an unlawful arrest.
It's not an arrest.
It's an unlawful arrest.
I'm not arresting
It's
you.
an unlawful detainment. It's an unlawful detainment.
Terrorism Act. Okay.
And you will learn that this is not a crime.
Okay.
This is not a crime. So you're officially detained.
When the auditor calmly asks, "Do I have to give my details?" the officer skips explaining and jumps straight to detaining him under anti-terror laws. No threat, no aggression, just a peaceful question met with heavy-handed force. Section 43 is meant for genuine terrorist suspicion, not for someone legally filming in public. Yet it's often misused. In the year ending March 2023, about 166 stops were made under Section 43 in England and Wales. Only 29 led to terror-related arrests. That's less than 3%. The stats say it all. This power is being overused without real cause.
Right, could I just get your collar number and your name?
Search.
It's on his collar there, 1639, 2408.
And your names?
90.
No, you don't have my name. Not under counter-terrorism.
I don't think so. I'll be investigating this if you do not tell me your name.
Counter-terrorism, you only need a collar number.
Collar number. I'm not a terrorist though. I'm taking pictures of the police
search
vehicles.
is under terrorism legislation.
Grounds for the search is what I've explained, okay? Your furtive nature.
So your PC 1639 and your name is please.
No.
You need to state your name.
No, don't.
You do need to state your name.
It's not an argument. We don't need
Right.
to, and you're not getting it. You're 1639.
So you're all going to back him up
2190.
when he's in the.
Under Pace Code A, and even with Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, officers must identify themselves. That includes giving their name, badge number, station, and the reason for the search. Code H, which deals with terrorism cases, doesn't remove this duty. Full names can be held back in rare undercover work, but in normal public stops like this, giving a name and collar number is standard. And if someone asks, there should be no hesitation.
Sergeant about please.
Nope.
Right, I am requesting a sergeant because this is unlawful. This is unlawful. I'll turn it off. I will turn it off. Let me turn it off.
What are you doing again now?
I know, I'm allowed
If you're
to.
doing that, you've got to expect that we are going to ask questions as to why you didn't. We need to keep the public
Yeah, I
safe.
understand that. You've got to ask questions as to why I'm doing it.
Safe. That's what we do. We serve the public and we keep them safe.
What's your
Okay,
current address, Matthew?
You can pause that now. You're going to give that, aren't you?
Right, happy.
All right, well, I'd rather not give that then.
Right, okay. That's what your keys, isn't it?
So I can ask you, Matthew, to not to do this anymore.
I'm allowed to do it. You've searched me. You've unlawfully searched me. It has been well, we'll find out about
You've
that.
been video, you've been nice as pie and understanding. As soon as you're back on your video, you're starting to be...
Because I was detained. Because I was detained.
No,
I'm not shouting. I'm not swearing. I'm just arguing my case. That's all.
After the Section 43 search found nothing illegal, just as expected, the legal reason for stopping the auditor was gone. But instead of admitting that, an officer asked, "Can I ask you not to do this anymore?" That's a subtle way of trying to control something that's fully legal. The auditor rightly replied, "I can do it, and you search me." Being searched doesn't erase your rights, and police can't dictate what lawful actions you take afterward. They had their chance, found nothing, and what should have followed was an apology, not a warning.
I'm being cheeky, but all I'm doing is arguing my case. I don't mean to come across as cheeky, but
you're an edited view, aren't you? Because it's not...
no, I will start it from the very start till when you arrested me or detained me.
You're going to publicise Matthew. All I'm saying is the reason why we stopped you spoken today is an issue of public safety. So that's all you need.
Right.
to
Well, I will state. No, I will state it's unlawful, and I think you'll find out very soon that it was. All three of you have acted unlawful, and I'm going to continue to film all the vehicles. Am I allowed to do that, or is that against the law? Is it against the law to do that? No, it's not, is it?
As the officers finally walked off, their body language said it all. They had nothing. After detaining, searching, and pressuring Matt, they came up empty. What began with him calmly photographing a police van turned into an unnecessary confrontation and ended with a quiet retreat. This wasn't about real suspicion. Matt was doing something completely legal for his Flickr account. Instead of patience, 3 officers rushed in like it was a major threat. One demanded ID, another questioned his motives, and a third admitted he'd broken no laws. But they still pushed on, refusing to give details isn't a crime, it's a right. Yet they treated it like defiance and leaned on Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, a power meant for real threats, not photographers. Even after the search found nothing, they tried to stop him filming. That's not policing, it's control. One officer even dodged giving his name, wrongly claiming anti-terror laws allowed it. Another used a tired nothing to hide line, ignoring that rights aren't conditional that in the end. Matt's calm and knowledge of the law showed how weak their actions were. No grounds. No evidence. No excuse. He walked away with his rights intact, and their misuse of authority caught on camera. This wasn't just a failed stop. It was abuse of power, and a reminder that rights are only safe if people stand up for them. Matt didn't just hold his ground. He set an example. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out Matt. His channel is linked below. This is Rate the Audit. See you in the next one.